Imagine this: you've been chasing love, pouring your heart into a connection, but the more you give, the less you feel appreciated. Why does it seem that the harder you try, the farther they drift? It's not because you're unworthy of love, it's because love, at its deepest level, requires something paradoxical: distance. What if I told you that stepping back isn't giving up, it's a transformative act of love? When you step back, you allow space for clarity, respect, and deeper connection. Men, in particular, respond to energy shifts in ways that are both powerful and profound. This speech will reveal how taking a step back can lead to stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand not only the why, but also the how. The power of distance in relationships is one of the most misunderstood yet profoundly impactful dynamics. When two people connect, their energy fields intertwine, creating a bond that is both emotional and energetic. But as emotions deepen and attachment grows, an imbalance can occur if one person overextends their energy into the relationship. This overextension often happens unintentionally, fueled by love, care, or even fear of losing the connection. Yet, it's this very act of giving too much and being constantly available that can inadvertently create a sense of suffocation or complacency in the other person. Men, in particular, are influenced by the subtle dynamics of distance and space in relationships. Their emotional response to closeness often follows a rhythm of approach and retreat. When a woman overinvests her energy, be it through constant availability, frequent communication, or an overwhelming focus on the relationship, the man may feel a subconscious need to create space for himself. It's not rejection, but rather a natural response to regain balance within the dynamic. Stepping back, therefore, becomes a counterintuitive but powerful way to restore equilibrium. It's not about manipulation or creating distance out of spite, but about understanding the natural flow of connection and how men respond to shifts in energy. By stepping back, you're not pulling away to punish or withdraw affection, you're allowing space for growth and introspection. When you step back, you create an environment where the man has the opportunity to reflect on his feelings and reevaluate the connection. In the absence of constant attention, he begins to notice and appreciate the value of your presence. This creates a dynamic where he feels inspired to step forward, driven by a genuine desire to reconnect rather than obligation or routine. Distance also serves to reignite a sense of intrigue and curiosity. Over time, familiarity can dull the spark in any relationship. When you are always present and overly accessible, there is little room for mystery or longing to develop. Stepping back subtly reintroduces an element of unpredictability. It reminds the man that you are not a fixture in his life, but a unique individual with your own passions, interests, and goals. This realization rekindles admiration and can often reignite the desire that may have faded. Energetically, stepping back is also a way to reclaim your own power. When you focus too much on the other person, you may unintentionally diminish your sense of self. Your energy becomes outwardly directed, leaving little room for your own growth and fulfillment. But when you step back, you begin to redirect that energy inward. You start focusing on yourself, your passions, your aspirations, and your personal development. This shift in energy is palpable, and it naturally draws others to you. Men are instinctively drawn to a woman who radiates self-assuredness and independence because it signifies confidence and self-worth. Moreover, stepping back allows you to break free from any patterns of overcompensation. Sometimes, in a bid to keep a relationship alive, one partner may feel compelled to give more time, more effort, more love. But this overcompensation can lead to resentment and emotional exhaustion. By stepping back, you shift the dynamic and create space for the man to meet you halfway. It's not about withholding love, but about ensuring that the relationship remains balanced and reciprocal. The power of stepping back lies in its ability to restore perspective for both partners. For the man, it creates an opportunity to miss you, to feel the absence of your presence, and to recognize its significance. For you, it allows time to reconnect with yourself, to nurture your inner world, and to approach the relationship from a place of strength and wholeness. This act of stepping back is not a sign of weakness or detachment, it's a profound demonstration of trust in the connection. It says, I value myself enough to prioritize my well being, and I trust that our bond is strong enough to thrive even with some space. Emotional independence is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can embody in any relationship. It's a state of being that communicates self respect, confidence, and wholeness. When you cultivate emotional independence, you're no longer driven by the need for constant validation or reassurance from your partner. Instead, you exude a quiet strength that others can't help but admire. This shift in energy is transformative as it redefines how you show up in the relationship and how the other person perceives you. Men are naturally drawn to women who possess emotional independence because it reflects a sense of self assuredness and individuality. It sends the unspoken message that you are not seeking someone to complete you, but rather someone to share your completeness with. This distinction is vital because it removes the pressure and expectation from the relationship, allowing it to flourish organically. When a man senses that you are emotionally secure and grounded, it inspires him to meet you at that same level. He sees you as an equal, not as someone who depends on him for her happiness. Achieving emotional independence does not mean withdrawing love or becoming emotionally unavailable. It's about shifting the focus inward and nurturing your own needs and desires. Often in relationships, one partner may unknowingly place too much emphasis on the other, leading to a dynamic where their happiness becomes tied to the other person's actions. This dependence can create an unhealthy imbalance where one person feels overwhelmed and the other feels perpetually unfulfilled. Emotional independence breaks this cycle by reminding both partners of the importance of self care and personal growth. When you are emotionally independent, you prioritize your well being without guilt or fear of how it may be perceived. This doesn't mean you don't care deeply for your partner, it means you recognize that a healthy relationship requires two whole individuals coming together. You focus on your passions, your goals, and your personal journey, which naturally enhances your sense of self worth. This self worth radiates outward, making you more attractive not just in a physical sense, but in an energetic and emotional one. It creates a magnetic pull that draws people toward you, not because you're trying to gain their attention, but because they can feel the strength of your inner world. For men, this quality is particularly captivating because it challenges the conventional dynamics they may have experienced. Many men are used to being the focus of their partner's attention, which can sometimes lead to complacency. But when you are emotionally independent, you create an environment where the relationship is no longer about one person fulfilling the other's needs. Instead, it becomes a partnership built on mutual respect and admiration. Men are inspired by this balance because it allows them to feel both secure and free within the relationship. Emotional independence also fosters a deeper sense of trust. When you are not reliant on your partner for your happiness, you naturally eliminate feelings of neediness or insecurity. This creates a stable foundation where both partners can feel safe to be themselves without fear of judgment or expectation. Men respond positively to this stability because it allows them to let down their guard and fully engage in the relationship. They don't feel the pressure to constantly provide validation, which can be emotionally draining. Instead, they feel appreciated for who they are, not just for what they can give. Furthermore, emotional independence encourages growth on both sides. When you invest in your own development, it inspires your partner to do the same. Your example sets a tone for the relationship, showing that self improvement and self love are not just important but essential. This mutual growth strengthens the bond, as both partners are continually evolving and supporting each other's journeys. Men appreciate a partner who challenges them to grow, not through demands, but through their own actions and energy. By embracing emotional independence, you transform the dynamic of the relationship in a way that benefits both partners. It's not about creating distance or withholding love, but about building a connection that is rooted in strength, balance, and mutual respect. When you are secure in yourself, you allow the relationship to thrive without the weight of dependency or unmet expectations. The pursuit cycle is a natural dynamic in relationships that plays a significant role in maintaining attraction and balance. Men, by nature, are often energized by the act of pursuit. It's an inherent part of their psychological and emotional makeup. When a woman is constantly present and overly available, it can disrupt this cycle, inadvertently diminishing the sense of challenge or excitement that fuels deeper connection. This doesn't mean that love should be a game or that relationships should be difficult. Rather, it's about understanding the importance of space and balance in fostering genuine attraction. When a man feels that the dynamic has shifted into a one sided effort, where he is not required to invest or initiate his interest, can begin to wane. This doesn't stem from a lack of care, but from the absence of opportunity to actively engage in the relationship. Men often thrive when they feel that they are working towards something meaningful, When the pursuit is removed, it can leave them feeling disconnected, as if their role in the relationship has become passive. Stepping back allows the natural rhythm of give and take to reemerge, providing the space for him to step forward and actively participate. The pursuit cycle is not about manipulation or withholding affection, it's about creating a dynamic where both partners are equally engaged. When you step back, you subtly signal that your energy is valuable and cannot be taken for granted. This shift in perspective often reignites the man's desire to invest in the relationship. He begins to notice what he might have overlooked, appreciating your presence in a deeper and more meaningful way. This process doesn't diminish his feelings, it amplifies them, as it allows him to experience the joy of rediscovering the connection. Men are inherently drawn to challenges, not because they seek difficulty, but because they value what they have to earn. When a woman steps back, it reintroduces an element of effort into the relationship. This effort is not about proving love, but about actively participating and nurturing the bond. It inspires men to take initiative, whether that's through thoughtful gestures, meaningful conversations, or simply expressing their feelings more openly. The act of pursuit allows men to feel purposeful and engaged, which deepens their emotional connection to their partner. Stepping back also shifts the focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. It allows you to reclaim your energy and redirect it toward yourself. This doesn't mean withdrawing love or affection, it means recognizing that your happiness and sense of self worth are not solely dependent on the relationship. When you prioritize your own needs and passions, you create a balanced energy that naturally draws others toward you. Men are especially attuned to this shift as it signals confidence and self assuredness. They are instinctively drawn to women who stand in their own power, as it creates an environment of mutual respect and admiration. The pursuit cycle also provides an opportunity for men to reflect on their feelings and intentions. When you step back, you create space for introspection, allowing him to evaluate what the relationship means to him. This reflection is crucial in fostering a deeper emotional connection. Without the constant presence of your energy, he has the chance to miss you, to appreciate your unique qualities, and to understand the value you bring to his life. This process often leads to renewed effort and a stronger commitment to the relationship. By stepping back, you also establish boundaries that enhance the dynamic of the relationship. Boundaries are not about creating barriers, but about defining what is important to you. They communicate self respect and a sense of individuality, which are key components of a healthy partnership. When a man sees that you respect yourself enough to maintain these boundaries, he is more likely to respect you as well. This respect fosters a relationship built on equality where both partners feel valued and understood. The pursuit cycle is ultimately about balance. It's a dynamic interplay of giving and receiving, where both partners are equally invested in the relationship. When you step back, you allow this balance to reestablish itself, creating a connection that is both sustainable and fulfilling. Stepping back in a relationship is not about creating distance, but about fostering a sense of mystery and anticipation that deepens attraction. Mystery is an essential ingredient in maintaining passion and interest as it keeps the relationship dynamic and engaging. When everything about you is readily available, it can diminish the sense of curiosity and excitement that naturally draws people closer. Stepping back allows you to cultivate an air of intrigue, creating a space where your partner feels inspired to seek a deeper understanding of who you are. Men are naturally drawn to the process of discovery. They are captivated by the layers of complexity and individuality in a partner, and stepping back invites them to explore those layers on their own terms. It creates a subtle challenge, encouraging them to engage more actively in the relationship. This dynamic is not about playing hard to get, but about creating opportunities for your partner to invest time and energy in understanding and connecting with you. When a man feels that there is always more to learn about you, it keeps the relationship vibrant and full of possibility. The act of stepping back also gives you the opportunity to nurture your individuality. In relationships, it's easy to lose yourself in the connection, allowing your identity to become intertwined with your partner's. While closeness is a beautiful aspect of love, it's equally important to maintain your sense of self. When you step back, you create the space to focus on your passions, hobbies, and personal growth. This individuality is incredibly attractive as it showcases your independence and depth. Men are often inspired by partners who have their own unique worlds, as it brings a sense of richness and diversity to the relationship. When you step back, you also give your partner the chance to appreciate your presence. Absence truly does make the heart grow fonder, as it allows your partner to reflect on the value you bring to their life. In the constant presence of someone's energy, it's easy to take their qualities for granted. By stepping back, you create a moment of pause, giving your partner the space to miss you and recognize the ways you enhance their world. This realization often leads to a renewed sense of gratitude and a stronger desire to reconnect. Men often thrive on the feeling of pursuit, and stepping back reintroduces this dynamic into the relationship. It allows them to take initiative, to show effort, and to express their feelings in meaningful ways. This sense of pursuit is not about creating unnecessary challenges, but about fostering a balanced dynamic where both partners are equally invested. When a man feels that he has the opportunity to pursue and cherish his partner, it deepens his emotional connection and sense of fulfillment in the relationship. Mystery and anticipation also play a significant role in keeping the relationship exciting. Stepping back allows you to cultivate an element of surprise, whether it's through your actions, your words, or the way you approach the relationship. Men are drawn to partners who keep them guessing in the best possible way, as it creates a sense of adventure and unpredictability. This dynamic keeps the relationship fresh and prevents it from falling into routine or complacency. It's not about being elusive, but about allowing your partner to continually discover new aspects of who you are. By stepping back, you also set the tone for healthy boundaries and respect. It communicates that your time, energy, and attention are valuable, and that you are not willing to give them away indiscriminately. This sense of self respect is incredibly attractive, as it shows that you hold yourself in high regard. Men are drawn to partners who value themselves, as it sets a standard for how they should be treated in return. This mutual respect creates a foundation of trust and admiration, which are essential for any lasting connection. Stepping back is ultimately an act of self care and empowerment. It's about creating a space where you can thrive as an individual while allowing your partner the opportunity to appreciate and cherish you fully. Uh, it's a dynamic that benefits both sides, as it fosters deeper understanding, mutual effort, and a sense of balance that keeps the relationship alive and thriving. When you take a step back in a relationship, you create a transformative opportunity for the dynamics to shift in a way that fosters balance and mutual appreciation. Relationships thrive on the balance between closeness and independence, and stepping back allows this equilibrium to develop. It's a conscious decision to prioritize your own well being and individuality while giving your partner the space to reflect, grow, and engage more deeply. This dynamic can lead to a stronger, healthier connection where both individuals feel valued and respected. Men often respond positively to a sense of independence in their partner. It's not about being distant or withholding love, but about demonstrating that you are confident and self sufficient. When you step back, you send a subtle yet powerful message that your happiness and fulfillment are not solely dependent on the relationship. This energy is magnetic, as it inspires admiration and curiosity. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude a sense of inner strength and self assurance. It creates an environment where they feel motivated to contribute to the relationship rather than take it for granted. Stepping back also allows you to reclaim your personal power. In the flow of a relationship, it's easy to lose sight of your own needs, dreams, and aspirations. By stepping back, you give yourself the permission to focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment outside of the relationship. This shift in focus not only enriches your own life, but also brings a renewed energy to the connection. When you are thriving as an individual, it elevates the entire dynamic, creating a partnership that is based on mutual growth and inspiration. Men often thrive on the challenge of earning their partner's attention and affection. When you step back, you create the space for them to take initiative and show effort. This process is not about manipulation, but about fostering a dynamic where both partners are equally engaged. It allows men to step into a more active role, expressing their feelings and demonstrating their commitment. This engagement deepens their emotional connection and sense of investment in the relationship. It's a natural rhythm that encourages mutual respect and appreciation. Stepping back also introduces a sense of unpredictability that keeps the relationship exciting. Predictability can sometimes lead to complacency, where the spark begins to fade. By stepping back, you break the routine and reintroduce an element of mystery. It creates a dynamic where your partner feels inspired to rediscover you, to learn more about what drives and excites you. This sense of discovery keeps the relationship vibrant and full of possibility. It's about creating a dynamic where both partners feel motivated to keep growing and evolving together. The space created by stepping back also allows men to reflect on their own feelings and intentions. In the constant presence of someone's energy, it's easy to become accustomed to their qualities without fully appreciating them. When you step back, you give your partner the chance to experience the absence of your energy, prompting them to reflect on the value you bring to their life. This reflection often leads to a deeper sense of gratitude and a stronger desire to nurture the connection. It's a process that fosters emotional clarity and reinforces the foundation of the relationship. Stepping back is also a way to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not about creating distance, but about defining what is important to you. They communicate that you have a strong sense of self and that you value your time and energy. When you step back, you demonstrate that you are not willing to compromise your needs for the sake of the relationship. This sense of self respect is incredibly attractive, as it sets the tone for how you expect to be treated. It encourages a dynamic where both partners feel valued and empowered. When you step back, you also give your partner the opportunity to step forward. It allows them to show effort, to take initiative, and to express their feelings more openly. This dynamic creates a sense of balance where both individuals are actively contributing to the relationship. It fosters a partnership that is built on mutual effort and engagement rather than one sided dependence. It's about creating a connection where both partners feel equally invested, leading to a deeper and more fulfilling bond. When you step back in a relationship, it can feel counterintuitive at first. Society often encourages us to lean in, to constantly give, and to stay actively engaged in nurturing our connections. However, stepping back isn't about withdrawing love or creating distance, it's about allowing the natural flow of energy in a relationship to rebalance itself. This act of stepping back provides your partner the space to recognize their feelings, reflect on their needs, and rediscover the value of your presence. It's a shift that can bring clarity, depth, and renewed effort from both sides. Men often respond to space with a heightened sense of focus and intention. When a woman steps back, it disrupts the routine and creates a moment of pause. In that pause, men are given the opportunity to take stock of the relationship. It allows them to appreciate what they might have taken for granted and to reassess their own priorities. This space fosters a sense of responsibility and accountability in men, encouraging them to consider their role in the relationship more thoughtfully. It's not about forcing them to act, but about creating an environment where their authentic feelings and intentions can surface. Stepping back also shifts the dynamic of pursuit, reintroducing a sense of balance that can often become skewed over time. Men are naturally drawn to the act of pursuit. It's a process that allows them to demonstrate their commitment and affection in meaningful ways. When a woman steps back, she invites her partner to step forward, to show effort, and to take initiative. This dynamic is not about manipulation, but about fostering mutual engagement. It reignites the natural rhythm of give and take, which keeps a relationship vibrant and alive. This pause also allows women to focus inward, reconnecting with their own sense of self. In relationships, it's common for individuals to pour so much energy into their partner that they lose touch with their own identity. Stepping back provides a chance to nurture your individuality, to pursue your passions, and to prioritize your well being. This act of self care not only benefits you, but also enhances the relationship. When you are thriving as an individual, you bring a renewed sense of energy, confidence, and joy to the connection. It's a powerful reminder that the strongest relationships are built on the foundation of two whole, independent individuals. Men are naturally attracted to women who radiate confidence and self assurance. When you step back, you send a subtle but powerful message that your happiness and fulfillment are not solely dependent on the relationship. This energy is magnetic as it inspires admiration and respect. It encourages men to see their partner not as someone who needs them, but as someone who chooses to be with them out of genuine love and connection. This sense of autonomy and self worth is incredibly attractive, fostering a deeper emotional bond. The act of stepping back also allows men to experience the absence of your energy, which can be a profound wake up call. In the constant presence of someone's love and attention, it's easy to become complacent or to take that presence for granted. When you step back, you create a void that allows your partner to miss you and to reflect on the unique qualities you bring to their life. This realization often leads to a renewed sense of appreciation and a stronger desire to nurture the relationship. Stepping back can also prevent the relationship from falling into predictable patterns or routines. It introduces a sense of unpredictability that keeps the connection exciting and full of potential. Men are drawn to a sense of mystery and anticipation. And stepping back allows you to cultivate that dynamic. It's about keeping the relationship fresh, where both partners feel inspired to continually discover new aspects of each other. This sense of adventure and curiosity prevents stagnation and keeps the bond dynamic and evolving. By stepping back, you also model healthy boundaries, showing your partner that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. It sets the tone for mutual respect, where both partners understand the importance of balancing closeness with individuality. This dynamic fosters a relationship where both individuals feel empowered and respected, creating a foundation of trust and admiration. It's a dynamic that benefits both sides, encouraging mutual growth, effort, and engagement in the connection. Stepping back is not about playing games, it's about playing life with intention. It's about honoring yourself first so that others may honor you too. Love thrives in balance, and balance is achieved when you're unafraid to create space. Remember, the most profound connections are not forced, they flow naturally when both energies are aligned. By stepping back, you're not just changing your relationships, you're transforming your life. Step into your power and watch love come to you effortlessly.